Hey, this is Rob with Mills Creek Services. We were hired to investigate site conditions on another piece of property here in Nassau County. So we flew our LiDAR drone, but we also collected high resolution imagery data. And we can see the driveway area was cut in here, and the proposed home site's going to be in this location here. So we use this imagery data to place our boundaries. So when we flip back to the LiDAR data, we know where we're looking. But one of the things we noticed with this imagery data is the amount of standing water through the driveway, saturated areas within the home site, saturated area here, standing water. And when we look at the county road, we can see in the ditch, there's a lot of standing water in the ditch, and there's a real low spot here that all the water seems to drain to. As we go back further to the east along the county road and we look at the ditch, we can see that there's less and less standing water. So this 2D image, we can still see that it appears to go uphill as we go to the east. But the truth comes when we look at the LiDAR data. So when we switch back to that and turn off the geo TIFF image, we can look at the whole property, and we have contour lines set up at 1/2 foot intervals. We can see that this area is the lowest, and this area here on the property is the highest. So we've got about 27 feet of elevation on some of these high points within the cleared area. In the home site, we're looking at 25.4 or so, and there's some locations in the driveway that are about 24. There's 23.95 there. So if we wanted to stick with this plan, we need to bring in a lot of fill dirt to gain access and kind of raise the elevation of the driveway to some more comparable higher points on the property. So we can use our cut and fill analysis for the driveway, assign it an elevation, and basically we're looking at requiring 400 cubic yards of fill dirt to bring, to gain access basically to where the proposed home site's going to be. So we're looking at 22 to 25 loads of fill dirt. The other thing that's going to happen though when we build this is the natural flow of water from this high point to this low point is now going to hit the driveway. So several culverts will have to be put into the driveway so that water can continue its natural flow. And then with regard to the house area, we're probably going to need 10 loads of dirt there as well. So between the driveway, the house area, we're looking at an upwards of 35 loads of dirt, 3 culverts. So it's a pretty big project to kind of stick to this plan. So one of the things that we can do with this information that we've collected is offer some other potential solutions. And one of the things that we're going to recommend is building a driveway in this location and essentially staying on the high points of the property. And we can also place the home site in this area. So this is just a 3,000 square foot rectangle. Once we have the actual dimensions of the house, we can place those on the property. But what this does is this eliminates the need for 35 loads of dirt. We can come in, there's a little bit of land clearing that would be required, but we can essentially do the land clearing, grub it, remove the organic material, and then we can go straight on the ground within the driveway area with gravel. So we don't need a whole lot of fill dirt to build up. We're already at the highest point. And then the same thing with the home site location. We're going to grub it. They're going to do a stem wall foundation, so we can just grub it. They can pour their footers, come up with block and then backfill. So they don't, they're already going to be pretty high up. We can probably eliminate, they were talking about 4 courses, so we could probably eliminate a course of block in this instance. And, this would put the house on the highest point. But either way, we can stick with the original plan and bring the driveway in off to the west, or we can make recommendations for, a less expensive route. If we are going to, make any changes, we can place points throughout, maybe down the center line of the driveway and kind of, within our software, mark the location of the driveway. Once we have the dimensions of the house, we can, we'll have points for each corner of the house location. We can then export these points into our RTK software, come to the site with our RTK, and stake these points out. So this isn't just a conceptual idea. We can actually lay it out on the ground and stick to our plan. So there's a lot of benefits, and each property is different. So give us a call today, and we'd be happy to come out, fly the property for you. We do, collect a consulting fee, but in this example, the homeowner's probably going to save $10,000 to $15,000 if we go with a new idea, a new plan similar to this. So we'll definitely save you some money on top of our consulting fee. But we look forward to hearing from you and hope that we can help. Thank you.